All right, thanks all for jumping on our call tonight. Welcome back after a 2-week hiatus after BOGOs and Thanksgiving. That was crazy. But we are back and we're excited to talk about what is coming up. So it's December. December. Let me get to my right slide. December is one of our favorite times in doTERRA because they are so kind and they gift us our 200 PV promo with our frankincense, which is our 15 ml bottle, which I believe right now is $79 wholesale, which is amazing. So if you do your 200 PV order of whatever you want, you get a free frank, which is our king of oils. It enhances all of our other oils. It's great to use for pretty much everything. It's excellent for skin. Great for cellular support, putting it on the roof of your mouth or under your tongue. I've been adding it to my dog's food every day this last week. And then, of course, we can use it for grounding and emotional support as well. What's really neat with our frankincense is you can get up to four free franks on your account. So you can do 200, 400, 600, or even 800 and get the promo automatically, which I think is pretty amazing. And then doTERRA layered on two great promos on top of it. We have the craziest month of the year. We love it so much, but it is really stressful. There's so much going on with our families and our obligations we have, and our gifts to purchase, and the events to attend, and potlucks to make. So we have Adaptive, that's 10% off for the capsules, which I just had someone reach out to me today. They're like, I need some of those capsules. It's the only thing that really takes the edge off. And I'm like, you know what? Me too. Like, I use that whenever emotions are high and we're stressed out and you just like need some calm and balance. So yes, the capsules are 10% off this month. Definitely worth it to have some on hand when the time arises when you need it. And then we have a free product of the month is our adaptive, and mine just came in. So I got my cute little adaptive 5 ml, and it comes with this really cute little ornament that you can add your oils to. These are great to keep yourself, put your oils on it. It smells great, or you could even gift it forward. It's a cute little gift to give someone too. So, great pairings doTERRA was thinking with what they offered us this month. And I'm not going to do a deep dive on Frank, which I feel like we could go do a whole call on this oil because there's so much to appreciate about it. But I found a quick behind the bottle, and I feel like we probably watched this probably about last year, but I have to say, I like watching things multiple times, and it's not too long. So we're gonna watch the behind the bottle just to remind ourselves how precious this oil is and why this is such a gift for us this time of year. I'll make this big screen.
Many people don't realize that frankincense was the first worldwide export, and it all began in Oman thousands of years ago. There is such a rich history. Boswellia sacra is the frankincense species that is sourced from Oman. Frankincense was more precious than gold, had a higher value than even gold. The frankincense trade route. It began there in Oman, went up through Yemen, and then up along the Arabian Peninsula, all the way up to Petra, where then there were ports that took it out to the rest of the world. I want to introduce you to Ashad. He's our frankincense partner from Oman. We've just come across a frankincense tree that has recently been scored.
If you look at the distance between the first incision and the second, it's about 2.5 feet. This is the correct way of harvesting.
So in about 2.5 feet.
That's right, yeah. It's an incision. It starts off like a milky liquid and then dries out into crystals. And then they drop. After about 2 weeks, they will be collected by the harvesters. After the second week, they'll come back again and make another incision in the same spot. They make the first incision, you do not have a lot of resin which comes out. Second, in CM, it increases. Third, you get much more resin out. This was made last year and it is healing. So they have not touched this area at all. Once once the season finishes, this particular area will be left to rest.
Because of our partnership with Ashad and Saeed, in 2020, we will propagate 20,000 new Boswellia sacra trees in Oman. There's already 500 in the ground. They're thriving. Many of them are several years old.
It's like a baby growing. Yeah. And this thing is going to be, this is going to grow into a big tree that is going to support many, many different projects in the future. And this is the heritage. This is the heritage of a country, of Oman.
So cool. Let's see. How do I get out of there? There we go. All right. So yes, I loved that little video. It's just such a sweet reminder of where our oil is coming from. And it also reminded me that our frankincense, if you didn't know, is a blend of 4 different strains of Basueli, which is great because we're getting kind of the best of 4 different types of frankincense in our oil that we have. And our frank is, as we know, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir, the best that you can get out there. Purest form, and we know how we take care of our farmers and we take care of our plants behind the bottles. So yes, love our Frank. I feel like I could keep going on, but I won't. Maybe if you could throw in the chat or just pop out your favorite use of frankincense before we move on to the next idea. Anyone?
Congratulate Ray for sharing about Frank around for her eyesight. So like, like I've been doing that. So just waiting patiently for my eyesight to get better. I've been not as consistent, so it's like okay. I've been using it on my face. Like I had like this dry spot by my scalp near my temple, and I thought like this was a couple years ago, and I thought it was like some kind of growth. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna keep using the Frank. So I've been rubbing the Frank roller every day, twice a day, and it's gone. Like literally, like sometimes it'll come back if I stop, but like it's literally like it wasn't a growth or something. Maybe it was just skin growing upon each other for years and years. You know how your skin gets dry after a while? I don't know. But anyway, it's gone. So yay, Frank.
Yay, that's an awesome story. And yes, thanks for reminding us about Ray's amazing eyesight, which Miley Viela also repeated. And she also
And
had
I
that.
also put it around my eyes because I originally started doing it because I thought, okay, it's going to help with my wrinkles as when I first started seeing wrinkles coming out. And it's also lightening some of my dark spots. So my latest thing with Frank though is I had this one patch and it was kind of scaly and I thought, oh no, I got to go to the dermatologist and get it checked. And I decided to try Frank full strength. And I did that after 2 weeks. Now it was there for, I don't know, I guess almost a year. And I was just kind of ignoring it. But I got worried. So I started to put it on and it went away. So same thing, Janice. I mean, it just went away. So, and there's like hardly any scar left too.
Yay. The wonders. It always amazes me, but I'm not surprised. But I'm like, yes.
Right? It's like our healing oil, our spiritual oil,
It's
uplifting.
it's our king. So definitely get yourself your Frank this month. I got one in the mail today. I'm excited about it. All right. The next couple little announcements before I pass it to Ray. Our holiday collection is out. And this is just, I think, the latest one I could find of our inventory amount. So a lot of things are almost gone. The honey's out, the vanilla hand cream is out, winterberry is out. But some things are still available. And what just got released is our vanilla lip balm, which I just got in the mail today, and I love it. Like, it feels really good and it stays on your lips for a while because I had it on before I went. I was working on my computer for a while and then I had to pick Ryan up, and I still noticed like I could feel like my lips were still moisturized. So it definitely sticks with you for a while. And the vanilla is nice, it's not overwhelming. So I definitely recommend 10 out of 10. Get yourself some of that. And the other product, the On Guard Wassail, which sounds like apple cider a little bit, is going to be available soon. They didn't put the date out. They had some supply delays on that one. So we'll update you on that. But it should be coming soon. And then my last little plug here, we have our holiday make and take this Sunday. We really want to spoil our members here on Maui. I wish you could be here, Fish. We love all our Oahu people everywhere too. So if you are on Maui and you can make it, make sure to RSVP so we have enough supplies. It's going to be great. And make sure you're personally enrolling your customers. And yeah, we want to make sure everyone feels welcomed and loved this holiday season. All right, I'm going to pass it off to Ray now for some foundational health.
Okay, so this started out as like information about foundation, and then it's actually kind of like the biz part of our call now. So I want to remind everyone how important it is to look at, you know, all the different levels of our wellness. And this wellness pyramid is really, really effective in understanding how much, and understanding how we are really empowered to support ourselves in our own health. So when we look at this, we know wellness, as it says, starts at a cellular level. And look at that foundation. It's nutrition and digestion, right? I was just reminded about this because I was talking to a couple of new customers last night. And we talked about, if we want to build up our health, because we have all these other issues, but we want to build up our health, it's got to be able to rest on something solid. So we took a deep dive into our nutrition. Okay. Kate, you wanna? Thanks. All right. So I was reminded about how awesome our Live Guide is. And we have a new Live Guide. So go check it out because it's super helpful. Because I started to explain things, right? And I realized, one, I can get just motor mouth and talk too much. And when I opened the Live Guide, I was like, hello, it's right there. And it's to the point of how important it is. Because, that's what we want to do. We want to simplify understanding, kind of simplify our wellness, right? We're all very busy, especially at this time of the year. So take a look at the Live Guide. And I put a link there. And I don't know, maybe we can put it in the chat because it's not, you got to go through a few steps to find it when you go um, on your account. And what you can do is, when you go on your account, you go under the one of the column on empowered success, and it'll take you to this Live Guide. But the reason why I'm saying try, just like bookmark it or something, is because we have several different versions. If you just Google it, and you want the latest one, because the latest one is I thought was really well done, and it includes our Revitazen. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Kate. So when I open the Live Guide, this is what we see. And I tried to get as close as I could so you could see it. But I love how it automatically, you have the products connected to it, right? And when you look at your foundation, it gives you just the right information. Maximize your daily nutrient intake with the VMG and E omega, and how it's a dual. It's designed as a dual to fuel our body, because I think that's an important message. And it's important for us to understand that, because what it does is it's a systemic support for our health, right? And so you have your foundational products right there up in the front, up in center. Okay, then when you turn the page, it goes a little bit deeper. And I know you can't read that, but then it just gives a little bit more information. So we know now, okay, this is going to help all our body systems, and it's a systemic approach. So it's our whole body integrated. But then it also says it meets your daily daily nutritional needs with over 90 whole foods. 90 whole food ingredients. That's pretty incredible, including, of course, all the vitamins and minerals that we need in the day. And right here, I want to say it reminded me of that of the research and the studies that they did, and they how they took a sampling of participants. Blood was drawn from the participants at 8 hours after taking the VMG, and it was still in their blood system, was still in their blood. So what does that tell us, right? Our body is using it all day long, and it probably could have gone longer. Whereas other kinds of supplements, you tend to just shish them out. And the reason why it makes sense, right? It's a whole food. It's a whole food product. And our bodies recognize that. Our cells recognize that, hey, we know you, you know, we know you. I want to use you up and go and suck you in. So that's how I see it. And then it has a little bit more information about the E omegas. And I like to think of the E omegas as it's great for our hearts to support our heart health and our brain health. And who doesn't want a better functioning brain? And great for joints. Those are the top three things. But it's also all great for your skin too. So, and what makes our E Omega so unique and extra special is that not only is that sourced from the Nordic seas where it's pristine and clean and, you know, and ethically sourced, right? Ethically taken, but it also has wild orange in it. And wild orange has limonene. And what it does is it prevents the oxidation of it. So it's like keeping it fresh. And no other product out there has it. My husband's nurse practitioner told him that she wishes that she could prescribe it to people because she said it's so exceptionally good. Then when you scroll down a little bit on this page, you see that there's digestion and elimination. And of course, we know that we have our PB Restore in our foundational. And I mean, I'm preaching to the choir because I know all of you take it. Because why? It's good. But the PB Restore is again exceptional because of its prebiotics, right? It's a probiotic, but it also has prebiotics that help make it thrive, and the postbiotics and the phages, which is like helps to identify the bad guys in your system and get rid of them. Okay, so as I was explaining and talking about this with some new customers, and I just realized it's important for us to pull this out and for us to look at the new Live Guide and how well done it is, because then it leads you to the Revitazine and why it's important to detox, why it's important to cleanse our bodies, you know, on a regular basis, right? Because we are constantly absorbing toxins, whether we like it or not. I mean, I don't care how clean you live, you are still absorbing. And so, how important it is to build this into our routine. So then it made me think as we move on to the next page. So then I think, okay, so everybody should be doing our foundational wellness kit, right? Everyone should. It's like the best deal, first of all. It's 125 PVs, and what I think it's like 149 or 150 as a bundle like this. Um, and it's easy. That's the other thing. It's easy. You stir up your VMG or you froth it or however you do it. Take your E omegas, your PB Restore, and you're good to go for your day, basically. And then I thought, frankincense is this month. And our team next month will be starting our own our own 90-day reset, our own 90-day cleanse, right? So I thought, how can we maximize it so everybody can get frankincense? Because we all need frankincense in our lives. And it is more costly. So how can we get it for free? So if we go to the next page, I looked at, oh, sorry, next one after that. I looked at the bundle that we would need for January. So look at the price point for that. Okay, it's 215 and you get all of that and it's 172 PVs, which means you would just add one more thing, really, to make your 200 PVs and you'll be set for January. But I really think it's important for all of us to make sure that we are doing our VMG, PB Restore, and E Omega. Like we started this month, because then in January we're going to be adding on, and it's our bodies. I think our bodies would appreciate us much more if we start supporting it now, if you're not doing it yet. Now, if you buy this bundle this month, you get you and add something else on, you get your frankincense, right? You take your VMG, E Omega, and your PB Restore, and then you save the other two for January. And then we flip it. Then in January, you buy the foundational bundle. So you're replenishing it and you're still ready to go with your prepare bundle, right? You're ready to go for the 90-day reset. And we'll all be learning together. And I love that about our team, that we all learn together and support each other. So then I thought, then the next month, because it's a 90-day reset. So in February, Kate, can you go to February? Thanks. In February, usually, I can't guarantee it, but usually February is another 200 PV month, I believe. So if February is a 200 PV month, at the beginning of February, then we get our cleanse bundle. Bam, we're saving more money off of wholesale, $100 off of the wholesale price when you bundle it and buy it together. That's a deal. And then you get your 200 PV. Bam, in February. So you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your finances, you're saving some money. And yeah, I just thought what a great way to kind of pose that to anyone who would like to start the 90-day reset with us come January. Okay. Any questions? Oh, well, I threw that in because I know that then the following is the renew bundle, and which we would be doing in March and replenishing our bodies. And I can't wait to see how we're all going to be feeling by then.
Yay. Thank you, Ray. And Bernice says, thanks for strategizing our purchases. Love how you did that. Yes, I do too. Very smart thinking there. I'm going to need to get another Frank, I think. So after this call. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. Thank you. We will have more and more information coming soon about our challenge coming up. And so that's our last slide. I'm going to stop my share. we wanted to end the call today just with some time, maybe about 5 minutes or so, on just going into our groups on Facebook, both the builders group and our customer group, and commenting on things, liking them, just to get some more engagement. That would be super helpful. Another thing you might do in this 5 minutes is even invite someone to our holiday make and take. So let's take maybe 5 minutes. You can either leave your camera on or off and just focus on some engagement and connection in our groups. Thank you for doing that. And then in about 5 minutes, 8:45, I'll come back and we'll wrap it up. All right, it's 8:45. Maybe finish whatever you were doing. And thank you so much for showing up tonight for our call after our 2 weeks off. It is going to be a great month with all of these awesome promos and gifts for us. So make sure you let other people know what's happening so they can jump on board. And of course, one little more plug for holiday products. Keep posting. This is a great gift for your child's teacher. This is a great gift for your aunties. This is a great gift for the children or teenagers in your life. Like, post little things here or there. I'm gonna post tonight about the lip balm, just like it's a great little stocking stuffer. So keep putting out there what's available because people are gonna start to scramble as Christmas gets near. They're gonna need gifts. But anywho, have a great night and we'll see you next week, Wednesday. All right, and maybe Sunday too. All right, bye everybody.
Okay, take care. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.